Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back with another pick a card reading for you guys. Now, this pick a card reading focuses on what message does your subconscious have for you. And I picked this topic because of the fact that we have our upcoming full moon in Pisces, and this rules a lot of this energy. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video so you guys can pick your groups or groupings, and then we can get started. Okay, so for my group number ones, we get the Spring card, Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and Agua la Flambeau. Okay, so what I'm really seeing within this, guys, is this energy for wanting growth and development for yourself and kind of getting into this place where you've kind of evolved through all of the things that you have been through, and you're kind of in this safe place that you have created for yourself. Okay, safe and secure and stable, and you're not quite there yet. You're just kind of, that's what you're kind of going towards, this personal development and kind of the end goal, trying to get to where it is that you've been working towards going. But you've kind of been battling a lot of negative energy, a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of maybe negative people, negative things coming in, and kind of trying to push down your light or kind of snuff it out. But the message within this, for what your subconscious is trying to tell you, what message your subconscious really has for you, is to remain attentive on the path that you're on. Keep an eye and keep in mind of what it is that you are traveling down this path for, because our paths aren't always, we don't always know how long they're going to be, how long we're going to be on this road, how long we're going to be on this path before we reach our destination or we have to take a detour. And to really remain attentive to what it is that you're doing, because a lot of this negativity, a lot of these negative things that are coming in, these negative thoughts, these negative people that you're kind of fighting against right now, is coming in as distractions that is putting like a block, or like almost like that, like I'm kind of getting like the image of like the buffer loading, like, oh, everything was going fine, and then now it's like, oh, buffering, we got to wait to load to get past this point to move on. Okay, and that's what those negative energies and negative thoughts and negative things are really doing at this time, is creating like a buffer to where you're like, you can see where you're trying to go, but you can't really get there. You're kind of like getting bounced back, getting bounced back, getting bounced back. Oh, nope, we need more time to load, because it's just kind of getting in the way. And to really look at what it is you're trying to do. So maybe there's a way you can kind of move around this little buffer area that you're at to get to this place of security, this foundation that you've created for yourself that's peaceful and safe and, you know, full of just calming energy, because that's what you're going for. That's what you're building. That's what you're trying to grow and develop towards. So really just remember that a lot of these negative energies, a lot of this fighting that you're doing right now is kind of blocking what you're supposed to be doing, because it's taking your attention away from what you're supposed to be doing, or taking the amount of attention that needs to be placed on said thing away. So really keep that in mind. And really, I'm getting do not engage, and kind of look for a way around to kind of detour this. Okay, and this is what I'm seeing for my group number ones. Group number two, we get the Union card, the Star, Judgment, and Shango. And what I'm really seeing for this is the energy of two things coming together. And what I'm seeing within this is the energy of two things coming together. This may be you and another person, or this may be you and spirit. There's been this level of faith that has been happening here, that you kind of been wishing and pulling out and reaching out to this thing to come in, kind of trying to call it in. You can see it, but you can't, up until this point, you can't physically grasp it. Okay, and we're just wishing and hoping and praying to pull this in, pull this in, pull this into us. And at this time, your subconscious and spirit is calling you to stand up and raise up and move closer, take another step towards obtaining what it is that you've been trying to call in. And it's time to now rise. If we look now, we can see that all of these people are felt defeated. They were knocked down. Now they're trying to get up and stand up because they are being called and they're on their next step, on their next mission. And the message from your subconscious within all of this is it's time to stand up and be strong and like take hold, like not delegate, because it's more coming from a place of like taking ownership of this thing as yours and really claiming it and exerting that and saying, this is mine, because you're being pulled to on this path and pulled to step up and be the leader of this position of what you have been trying to call into your life. Now, this may be, this may be a thing, or it may be a situation. It might be something that is actually coming to you physically. But I also see this as, for some people, a state of mind as well, and really stepping into this state of mind that this is mine, and this is like, I'm in control of this. I have done all of this stuff in preparation, and now it's my next step to obtain what it is that I'm trying to go after. And even if that's a mindset and getting you into this more confident mindset, or you're actually taking hold and taking charge of something, but it is time for you to kind of shift and move towards what you're being called to do, or what you're being called to act on. Don't ignore it and really go for it. Things are coming together for you. The praying, and even if it isn't physical, like praying to spirit or to God or to whomever, it may even be the hoping and wanting and thinking of it that spirit is really taking into effect. And things are really I really see things coming together. You just have to listen to that call that you're being called to do, and really stand within that and stand firm into what it is that you're calling, what it is that you're being called to stand up in, if that makes sense. But that is really what I'm seeing for my group number 2s. For my group number 3s, we get stability. This has actually been popping up like crazy this week. The 4 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and Dambala La Flambeau. Okay. Now, what I'm really seeing this is there's a really big focus and energy on your stability and security and how strong you feel rooted within the world and within your path and where you're trying to go. And there's a really big clutching to that. There's this really big energy of almost lack, or if I give this up, I won't have enough, or if I give this, then it's going to affect my security and my stability here. Okay, and you're kind of juggling, almost like that you feel that there's a need to do things a different way and kind of let go of that hoarding or confining energy. And there may be even a level of like sadness or low vibrational energy within you as well within this. But we're kind of, when we get into this energy, we can't really see everything that is going on around us, and our perceptions can kind of only be dialed on into what we can see, but we can't see much, right? And the message from your subconscious within this is it's kind of time to weigh things out, and you're really asked to make a decision here, because there's something that you are being called to do, or there's something that you are trying to manifest or bring into this world for you that is a little bit different than what you have. And this hoarding energy and you hoarding onto this stability, this security where you are here isn't going to let you go to what you're trying to bring in and what you're trying to manifest. So then we are juggling the pros and the cons of this, and the pros and the cons of what if this doesn't work out, and what if, and what if I'm secure here, I'm secure in my space here. Okay, but you really have a decision to make, weighing your pros and cons and what is in your best interest physically in this physical world and emotionally. Because when we look at this, he is on the ground, of course, but there's a lot of water, there's a lot of emotion that is within this, and he could easily fall over and get consumed by the emotion and the fear of it all. And that's not what we're wanting here. Our subconscious is really within this telling us that you have the decision to make. You have to really go over it and to really use the manifestation that is around you to pull in what it is that you actually want. Stop operating from a place of fear and hoarding and what if something goes wrong, because that's a fear-based thought. And really work on what it is that you want and how you have to pull that in and how you can manifest that. Okay, and that is what I'm really seeing for my group number 3s. Group number 4, we get intention, judgment, the Page of Cups, and La Place of Petro. Now, within this, I really see you actively trying to work and pull something into your life. You are setting intention. You are trying to speak things into fruition and really trying to let spirit know what it is that you want. And you have been feeling this call to be called to bring this into your life. And this judgment really seems like the theme today. Okay, and it's really this call to you to raise up and really pull that in. This intention that you have been setting, and that spirit is literally trying to send you a message and communicate with you on how to do it. But you have to be able to be in a place to listen. And this is the message that your subconscious has to you on how to pull in what you are being called or what spirit is speaking to you, how to pull that in. You have to really be in a space where you can listen intuitively and be like almost intuitively clear, or kind of block out some of the illusions, because a lot of times when we're trying to pull things in, we're trying to manifest, we think things are too good to be true and they don't come in how they should. And that's kind of a block that we put in place for ourselves. And within this, you kind of have to step in this place of really being open to receive it. And once you cross that line, once you go through that, everything else that was before gets destroyed and demolished, because you are on a new path and you are being called to do something. You are pulling something in. You have really worked for this. Spirit is telling you how to get this, but you have to cross over into the realm of being able to receive that and kind of letting some things go and let them be burnt up. And this can kind of be an issue for us, because when we get used to something, then we want to hold on to it because we have attachment to it. And when we are trying to pull something in new, we have to be able to create space. And I say that a lot. So remember that and kind of take heed and know that you have to be able to create space. But I really see this really big, and across the board for a lot of people are being called right now to do different things and being called onto the next step on their path. And that is what I'm seeing for you. You've been feeling this for a while. That's why you've been trying to call it in. That's why you've been trying to bring it in, but you've been kind of blocking out the message as feeling like it may be too good to be true. But you kind of have to get out of that place, step into the crossroads, and really be purified by this fire energy. And it's asking you to let everything else that's not serving you and not serving this purpose at this time or your highest and greatest good, to remove all of that before you step through and obtain what it is that you are trying to obtain, or what spirit is trying to pull in for you. And that is what I'm really seeing for my group number 4s. Now, I hope that this message has helped all of you, and that you have all received clarity. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to contact me as well. If you are looking for a reading specific for you, I would love to work with you. Everybody, please have a great day.